field marketing in general is a game of failure. So when you go to the field, you know you're going to get more no's than yeses. Is it true? Right? Yeah. All right, so our law of averages says that you see $60 to $80, you're going to get how many yeses at the end of the day? 5 to 6, which means that out of 80 people you're going to talk to, 74 people will tell you no, right? You already know that going to the field. So what do you get upset when you get a no? It's expected. I should get more no's than yeses, right? And they said that when he was in London, they conducted an experience out on the street where, like, someone had a 20, let's say it's in New York, a $20 bill, handing out people $20 bill in the street. And most people don't want to take that $20 bill. Most people say, I don't know where it comes from, I'm good, no thank you, don't give me that money, I don't want it. And then think about it. Today, if somebody on the street say, hey, do you want a $20 bill, what would you do?
Yes, I do. No,
what would you guys do?
Be like, no.
Most of you guys would say no, right?
No, I would say yes.
Why?
Because it could be like from the cops or something.
What is it? I want to hear why. I heard it might be a trap. What else? There's a catch. It's fake. What else?
It's dirty money.
It's dirty money, right? Like, I don't know where it comes from. What else? Dominic says, I get it.
I didn't earn it.
Exactly. But just like you guys, most people here say no, and then whatever reason you come up with, that's the same reason why people in general say no. Because it's human nature. The first thing you're going to do is say no, no matter what it is. Because there's always something you're going to come up with. It's a catch. It's too good to be true. What is it? No, I don't want it. This and this and that. And that's the same reason why people in the field will tell you no. So now, there's two parts in the business that make it like different. Number one is emotional. The second one is logical. I'm going to start with the first one, emotional. So the emotional part comes from the fact that we are all of us here, we are a yes addict. So I want everybody, let's make it interactive. Just like that, let's say we go into the AAs, and we're all going to say, my name is, whatever your name is, and I'm a yes addict. Okay? Let's all do it together. 1, 2, 3. Hi, my name is yes addict. Exactly. There we go. So when you go to the field, the more no's you get, the further that yes feeling feels like. And it's just like ego right now. Just quit smoking. What do you think he's thinking about right now?
Smoking. Yes,
I want to smoke. I want to smoke. So you have that exact same feeling when you're in the field and somebody says no. And you're like, where's that yes? Where's that yes? And then the more no's you get, who's being in the field, and then you say, okay, today I'm going to crush it, I'm going to have an awesome day, and then you get no, 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 no. And then you get to that like 30th no, and you're like, give me that damn bill! Who's been there? Everybody here?
Yes.
Yeah? Exactly, right? So, what you want to do is forget about that emotional part. Put the logical part. And the logical part, it says that there's no luck in our business. There's no luck. Like, do you think we will have like 500, 600 offices based on the business that is based on luck? No. How do you think we'll bring like that many customers if it was based on luck? There's no luck. It's a numbers game. You know that if you see that specific amount of people, you're going to get the customers, right? So we always mention the law of averages, right? So if I tell you, like I have a coin, right? Or like the two faces, like heads and tails, right? So what are like my chances if I throw in the air, like what are my chances to get heads?
50%.
Alright, what are my chances to get the other one?
50%.
There we go. I can do it 1,000 times. How many times I'm going to get heads?
50%.
500 times, right? Cool. So that's the law of averages. You know it is for sure. No matter what happens, if I do that, I will get 500 times, right? So the law of averages is the same for everyone, Now, it depends on how you can master your emotions, right? So then it's going to differ from different people. Some people can master their emotions better than others, and this and this and that. So the reality is, you got to find your own law of averages. You got to find what works for you in the field. What is your law of averages? If Eric goes to the field, I can see $60, I'm going to get, I don't know, 4 or 5 accounts. Now, if Keisha goes to the field, she can see $60, she will get 10 accounts. That's her law of averages, right? So you got to find out what is yours, and that way, if you follow your own law of averages, you know for a fact that you'll get that specific number of accounts. Does it make sense? Okay. So that's number one. And then the more you do it, the more accurate that law of averages becomes. So the law of averages is like, everybody here has been at this once in a math class, right? So you guys remember the equations? You have a variable and you have what we call the constant factor? Yeah. Okay. So your law of averages is your constant factor. No matter what you do, this is what's going to happen. So the second part is what we call the 5 steps. How you organize your thoughts and your communication. And who here has been in business over a month? Yeah, like most of the room, right? Okay, so I'm pretty sure that all the guys that just raised their hands, keep your hands up. All right, I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you ever tried the 5-step, one of your friends doing something, or like your parents to do something? Yeah? Like most of you guys? Okay, cool. So, exactly, right? So, I know I did that, and like especially friends, you ask them something, they're like, I don't know, and then you like try to use your impulse factors, and you 5-step them, and then at the end you get them, and you're like, yeah, I got you, I closed you. Right? Who's done that? Like most of you guys, right? Okay, so it's the same thing. You want to make sure your 5 steps on point. And this is our marketing system. This is the logical part that keeps you away from being emotional. If you know your 5 steps on point, and you know the law of averages is your constant part, forget about the emotional part. The emotional part is what takes you away from getting these yeses. You should keep your attitude up all the time, and you mention that this logical part, you'll be good. So now, I want to make it interactive. So I want everyone to look at your neighbor. Start look at your neighbor. and tell your neighbor, no.
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 No. No.
All right. Who got upset because of that no? Who got upset because of that no? Nobody, right? That no didn't matter. That no was nothing. Exactly. So this is exactly how you should feel after your 30th no in the day. It doesn't matter. I know my law of averages. I know that if I keep on seeing these people, I will get 4 or 5, whatever my law of averages is. Okay? So, today in the field, remember that. Your constant is your law of averages and your 5 steps. The rest doesn't matter. Okay? So let's have a big day today. What time is it?
Showtime!